Is masculinity really toxic, or are we getting it all wrong? Here's the truth about being a man that nobody will tell you. There are plenty of misconceptions about what being a man or masculinity truly means. I'm sure you've heard it on the internet before. Debates about toxic masculinity and aggression, dominance, all these things that kind of seem negative and that people apply a negative connotation to are talked about. And we've all experienced these things or have done these things in a negative way. I'm not going to tell you that it doesn't exist, but what I am going to tell you is I'm going to tell you how you can truly become masculine and truly have that confidence in the leadership and ability that these truly masculine people that we look up to have. There are a few key things you can do, and there are a few key things you cannot do, which I bet most of you do as well, and that I used to do sometimes too. So without any more introduction, I will get straight into the first tip right now. We're going to start off by breaking down the misconceptions of what it really means. Misconception number one is that masculinity is dominance and aggression. Now, aggression isn't necessarily a bad thing in every facet of life, but you need to be able to maintain a calm manner or a calmness about yourself so you keep the ability to think clearly. Dominance is also something that you can use to your advantage, but it is typically used in a negative way, almost asserting yourself over other people in sort of a struggle for power. These are not truly what masculinity is. It is much more about the calmness, the discipline, the action, the work ethic to get things done around you. It's not about always being mad or always being aggressive and telling people what to do. It's about being assertive, knowing what you want, having the discipline to learn what you want, and the confidence to display that across any environment you may find yourself in. The second misconception is that emotional expression is weak. Now, emotional expression is only weak when you are lacking control of it. So for example, if you're at work and somebody asks you how your day is going, and let's say something bad just happened in your day, if you instantly complain and vent to this random coworker, that is a lack of emotional control. That is something that people do not respect or admire, and you can't do that. That is weak. That is what you should avoid. The reason that doesn't work, but real emotional expression does, is because complaining comes from a lack of control. You need to be able to control your emotions. You need to know when to keep things to yourself, when to not vent to other people and complain to people who don't even care about these negative things happening to you. In reality, everybody has their own problems, and the last thing anybody truly wants is to worry about your problems as well. So don't complain about other people. Do not lose that control. Do not lose that inner confidence that your problems will be fixed by complaining to other people about them. The third misconception is that masculinity is purely about looks and not character. Now, I will say some people look a lot more masculine and even act a lot more masculine than others, and that's good. You do want to act that way, especially if you're truly doing the things that you set out to do. It's naturally going to happen. If you're in the gym every day, you're working, you're making money, you're just going to look and have that more masculine aura around you, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's exactly what you're aiming for, actually, and I can even tell you how to get that. But it really comes down to your character. It comes down to one word, which is authenticity. You need to be authentic. You need to truly want the things you're trying to get. And along with that, you need to have the values and the self-respect to gain that. So yes, you do want to appear masculine. You do want to seem like it, have that aura and confidence about you. But it has nothing to do with the way you look. But the way you act will affect the way you look in a positive way. So now that we've gone over the three misconceptions, which I will quickly remind you. A, masculinity is dominance and aggression, which is not true. B, emotional expression is weak, which we said it's only weak when you have a lack of control of your emotion. And 3, that masculinity is about appearance when it's actually about character, but that will change your appearance to other people. So, if you think masculinity is toxic, you have been lied to. It is only toxic when you don't control or don't do the things you want to do for yourself. If you're doing all these things for other people, then it will become toxic. If you are very inner directed and worried about how other people think about you, yes, then it becomes toxic, because then you look for control. You use aggression. You use your emotional power to manipulate people in a negative way. That is toxic. You can't just walk around all big shouldered saying, oh, if this guy doesn't do what I want him to do, I'm going to beat his ass. You can't act like that. That's only because you have a lack of control with your communication, and you cannot properly communicate with the people around you to get them what you want and need them to do. Nobody likes a boss who's bossy all of the time, but people do like a boss who is a leader all of the time. There's a big difference there. A boss can sometimes be a leader. So a boss can never be a leader, but a leader can sometimes be a boss. So instead of this aggression from the first misconception, you need to change that to being assertive. If there's something you need done by somebody, or somebody's treating you in a disrespectful way in a group setting, instead of getting aggressive and mad, stay calm, but assert your opinion. Say, instead of saying, hey, don't talk to me like that, say, hey, I'll really appreciate it if you'd rephrase those words in that way you said it to me, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to do that now. If you say something simple like that, people will look at you different. You're not the typical guy who just gets pissed off and gets mad and has a lack of control over his emotions. You turn into the intelligent guy who takes the high road and wants to have a polite and friendly conversation. The way to fix the second one, that emotional expression is weak, is to control your emotions. That ties in with the first one. If somebody makes you mad, you need to instantly snap out of the action mechanism that the mad emotion in your brain wants you to do, and you need to think from a grounded, calm place. So if somebody hits your car while you're driving and you're pissed off, when you're mad, you probably want to yell at them and scream at them, but that's not going to be advantageous when negotiating with them to get their insurance information or to get any sort of compensation from them at all. You're not going to want to help somebody even if you did just hit their car, if they're just yelling and screaming at you. You're going to think they're an ass, and you're not going to want to help them at all. You're going to make their life as difficult as possible. And the universe rewards people in that way. If you are calm and you truly treat people with respect no matter the situation, the universe will come back to you with a very giving and a very friendly return. That's what karma is. So when you learn to control your emotions truly, things come back to you in a much smoother way. I promise you that. And 3, masculinity not being about appearance. It's about character. If you act, if you have the posture, if you truly believe you are who you are and you work to believe that, you will be that masculine guy that people look for. The reason masculinity is a thing is because it's all of the rewards from hard work. When you think of masculinity, you think of James Bond. James Bond was a hard worker. He became rich to wear the suits and have the nice haircut and be well groomed. That's all from hard work. And people realize that. Anything that you want that's a goal all comes from hard work. And that's where the true masculinity comes from. Now, a quick bonus tip on if you truly want to look more masculine as well is to dress with clothes that fit you. This is going to be the bonus tip for the video. Yes, baggy clothes can be in style. They can be cool when you're going out, especially when you're younger. But you have to realize they do make you look immature. If you wear clothes that are fitted, or at least clothes that look good on you, and you have a good physique, you work out, people are going to notice that way more than some out-of-shape dude wearing a super baggy shirt that looks like a trash bag. Yes, you can wear baggy pants, or you don't have to wear skinny jeans or really small t-shirts all the time. I'm not saying to do that, but wear clothes that fit. And if you want to go oversized, that's your look, okay, you could do that a little bit, but do not get crazy. Wearing clothes 3 sizes too big is not style. It is a lack of professionalism. And that's how people view that sort of thing. So hopefully in this video, you learned how to become truly masculine and the reason toxic masculinity exists, but it's very, very misaligned. And real masculinity is one of the greatest things on this earth. That's what drives the earth forward no matter what anybody tells you. Thank you for watching. Click this video right here. There's so much value in that one as well. Please subscribe if you liked it. Hit the like button. And now it's time for you guys to get out of here.